Yeah, get it on. Got to get on. No choice but get on. Mandate, get on. And welcome to Take a Knee. It's our motivational podcast. And this is perfect today because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is here. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we'll talk about you and we'll talk about the book, Coach Wooden and Me, John Wooden. You want to talk about inspiration. I feel like you look in the dictionary under inspiration. There's Coach Wooden. So let's talk about him and you and this unlikely pairing.
Well, the thing that brought us together was hoops.
Right.
I watched his teams play in 1964 and 1965, and I liked it. I've always been a skinny guy, Adam, and I wasn't going to be Wilt Chamberlain, 300 pounds.
Right.
That wasn't going to be me. And his teams played it. It was about speed and agility and knowing the game.
Yeah, so obviously you could have gone anywhere you wanted out of high school.
Yeah.
Anywhere. So you did your homework, which is interesting because it already meant that you were sort of cerebral at an early age. Like you didn't take the closest, the biggest, the baddest, or the whateverest. You studied it.
Yeah, I did. And, I was constantly interested in, where I could go to school because I wanted to make the best of my college opportunity. So I wasn't going to, I had interest in journalism, but I wasn't going to go to University of Missouri. They had a school for journalism, and then Columbia in New York. I could have gone there. They didn't give scholarships. So I figured, I'd go someplace where I liked the way they played, and they had a good school. And UCLA, they won the NCAA tournament my junior and senior year in high school, and I liked the way they played. I figured I'd come out and talk to Coach Wooden and see if it was a fit.
I was thinking about you last night because I was thinking, well, I'll get to talk to Kareem today. So my son, very excited, 10 years old, very into basketball, was actually going to pull him out of school to come here just to say hi to you. But
wow.
Well, I believe that kind of experience in life is much more important than learning the capitals of the states or whatever they're doing that particular day.
I had a bad experience in second grade. Willie Mays came and was playing with the kids in my school, my grammar school, in the street. And I look out the window, and there he is. And my second grade teacher, Miss Doyle, would not let me out of the classroom. I nearly died.
I feel it's so insane when all you have to do is look back on your own life and think about those times, those little snapshots, and none of them involved sitting on a chair with a desk welded to it with your head down. It all meant an experience.
Right.
And my daughter, I have 10-year-old twins. My daughter was like, I want to meet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar too. And my son said it. And I said, absolutely, we should take you out of school and bring you here. But then the schedule got screwed up and we thought we were going an hour early, and it's a long story. But anyway, we'll take a picture and hopefully that'll work for him. So what I was thinking about with you last night, I think Kareem is such an intellectual and a powerhouse intellectually. Not only in that I think you have a lot of intellectual ability, but I think that's what you gravitate toward. You like jazz, you like strategy, you like politics, you like life, you like the human experience.
Right.
You like all this stuff. But then on the other hand, you're 7'2" and a gifted athlete, so you're almost compelled to go down this other road, which is the sports road, which is not exactly an intersection with the intellectual road.
Not every time.
Every time. You can get lucky and get a guy like John Wooden in your life. But,
John Wooden, Bill Bradley,
Right, but by and large, you're not going to get a whole bunch of intellectuals as teammates and things like that. Is this all blessing for you, or is there any curse involved here where, if I was 5'11", I would have just focused on this and never done that?
No, I've enjoyed all of it. I've enjoyed the sports side of it. I've enjoyed an intellectual life. Coach Wooden, one of his things was, why can't you enjoy all of it? Develop yourself in both ways and see what you can do.
Yeah, and I've never had a chance to meet the man, but I've seen many documentaries and things on him, and it just seemed like he had an approach to life that transcended, on court strategy. He had sort of a life strategy.
Yeah, it was a life strategy. It was about getting prepared to help the people that you care about get things done, and that requires that you know how to get things done, and you understand what their jobs are, and you guys coordinate and help each other.
So what was the initial thoughts when you met Coach Wooden, him to you and you to him?
He was a very quaint guy. He had a part going down the middle of his head. He reminded me of the Pepperidge Farm commercial,
Right. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah.
And, the part. But he was absolutely beyond anybody's talking about being his peer as a coach. And he really gave us life skills that enabled us to live our lives in a much better way than we could have ever figured out.
How much of the incredible run of 88 and 2 and 3 NCAA championships and all that, I mean, that's an unbelievable run. And I don't know if you were able to do this, but how much of that was physical ability versus coaching? Like, did you remember playing some teams going, these guys may have a little bit of an edge on us physically, but we definitely have a huge edge from a strategic coaching standpoint? I mean, obviously, you're the centerpiece. You're 7'2". You're an amazing athlete, so we can check that box. But the rest of the teammates?
We had a team of guys that fit together well.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can put a group out there that understands each other's jobs and knows how to help each other in getting their jobs done, that's a tough team. And it was a versatile team. We had good outside shooting, and we had speed, and we had me in inside. So it was a tough team to play.
When you got to the pros, did you find that there was a letdown in coaching? For instance, I mean, you've had a lot of great coaches in your career, but what I'm saying is did you miss Wooden? Were you like, oh, geez, we could use John over here?
No, not really. The pro coaches usually know what they're doing. So my first part of my career, I played for Larry Costello. He was capable. We won the world championship my second year in the league.
Mm-hmm. Is that Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, yeah.
Yeah. And then off famously to the Lakers.